A fiery crash, a California home completely destroyed, and a Hollywood actress left fighting for her life. Heche, the Emmy Award-winning television and film star with a career spanning 3 decades, horribly injured in a devastating vehicle crash in California. The accident happened mid-morning Friday. Heche was driving her blue Mini Cooper in the Mar Vista area of Los Angeles' West Side when she collided into this home, sparking 2 fires.
It erupted into flames, so not just the vehicle, but the entire home, to where we had to fight a structure fire at the same time.
It took nearly 60 firefighters more than an hour to extinguish the flames. The tenant living inside the home was there during the crash, but was not seriously injured. Heche was the only person in the vehicle. Neighbors who tried to help her still traumatized by what they saw.
It just seemed like an eternity. Before the firefighters had the fire out, I was convinced she was 100% passed away. It was just awful. And I had left her there in the car. And then, of course, we all saw her sit up in the stretcher and know that there was some hope.
David Manpearl jumped into action, trying to save Heche and the woman in that house who lost all her belongings in the fire.
She was barefoot and had nothing, no personal items whatsoever.
Heche is reportedly in critical condition, hospitalized on a ventilator with burns that require surgical intervention. She's still in a coma, having not regained consciousness. Meanwhile, police are investigating the Hollywood star for a possible DUI. And they're looking at this footage obtained by TMZ as part of their investigation, what appears to be a blue Mini Cooper seen nearly hitting a pedestrian and driving away, then bumping into a garage and zooming down the street. A cell phone video capturing this car driving at high speeds near the site of the crash. Police are also examining this Ring camera video, which appears to show Heche's vehicle speeding by a neighborhood just seconds before the crash. Investigators obtaining a warrant and drawing blood from Heche as they look into whether drugs or alcohol played a role in the crash.
I am being very pragmatic about this whole thing.
Heche rose to prominence on the NBC soap Another World, where she won a Daytime Emmy.
I pretend you're dead.
And landed starring roles in films like Donnie Brasco.
What's the deal here?
And 6 Days, 7 Nights.
With us?
In the late 90s, Heche became tabloid fodder for her high-profile 3-year relationship with Ellen DeGeneres. And an equally high-profile breakup and public breakdown. Her famous ex telling the Daily Mail yesterday, "I don't want anyone to be hurt." Throughout the years, Heche has publicly and privately battled her share of scandals and struggles. In 2001, during an exclusive interview with ABC's Barbara Walters, Anne opened up in piercing detail about the trials and turmoils of her youth.
I think everything I've done in all my insanity was trying to get my parents to love me. My father loved movie stars. I decided I needed to become famous to get his love. My mother loved Jesus. That was her thing. So I wanted to become Jesus Christ. I wanted to save the world to get her love. I went to the utmost of extremes.
Alleging at that time sexual abuse at the hands of her father as a child.
I believe I was sexually abused by my father from the time I was a very young girl, actually before I could speak.
And revealing her own mental health and substance abuse struggles through her early life via her 2001 memoir, Call Me Crazy.
I did a lot of things in my life to get away from what had happened to me. I drank, I smoked, I did drugs, I had sex with people. I did anything I could to get the shame out of my life.
And telling Walters about her troubling personality swings.
You, Anne Heche, think you are Jesus, and you take the name Celestia. Did you really think you were Jesus?
Absolutely. That's the thing about going crazy. You are absolutely aware, at least I was, that I was Anne Heche, an actress. I had friends. There were people who would think I was crazy if I was ever going to talk about this. And at the same time, I'm hearing God talk to me saying, you are basically from heaven.
But despite pain and heartache, Heche's comeback has been strong. The actor has had recurring roles in the series Chicago PD and All Rise, and was a 2020 contestant on Dancing with the Stars. She's also set to star in an HBO series with pop stars Troye Sivan and The Weeknd.
We're better together.
More recently, Heche has been hosting a podcast, Better Together, with best friend Heather Duffy, getting candid about their own stories of tragedy and triumph. But Heche says she was drinking while recording her last episode just 3 days before the crash.
They sent us vodka, and we are
drinking it.
Their advice. Although, if you look to the side, you might see
with wine chasers. Today has been a very unique day. I don't know what happens. Sometimes days just suck. And I don't know if you ever have them, but some days Mama says are just going to be like this.
Today, Heche's oldest son, 20-year-old Homer, visiting his mother in the hospital. Meanwhile, investigators continue to piece together what happened and assess the catastrophic damage caused by the crash. Those who followed Anne Heche for decades are hoping she pulls through.
Today's fiery crash involving actress Anne Heche. New surveillance video shows Heche barreling through an alleyway, nearly hitting a pedestrian. A business owner in Venice also telling us the actress visited his store moments before the crash. Richard Glass says Heche was shopping for a wig and acting like, quote, a sweet little girl.
I was just so taken aback, and I was like, what happened? Because she didn't, like I said, she didn't seem impaired to me.
Heche was seen speeding and driving erratically through surface streets. She's believed to have been behind the wheel for at least one hit and run when the actress slammed into a garage. The dangerous ride came to an end when she smashed her car into a home in LA's Mar Vista neighborhood. That violent collision sparked a fire. The LAPD has served a warrant for a blood sample. They suspect she may have been under the influence. A representative for Heche says she remains in a coma and has not regained consciousness.
Anne Heche thing ain't got nothing to do with the masses, right? Look at this. This ain't got nothing to do with the masses. Her body is in a body bag, bro. Look at this. Anne Heche. She mysteriously died out of a car crash.
Anne Heche, the actress, it was sparked a fire.
Pete,
pulled her out from the
y'all telling me this don't look like a setup? All this was already staged there?
The medical attention she needed.
Really? Now watch what she do, bro. She did. She's in a body bag, y'all. Look. Look what she doing. Watch what she do. Get out of the body bag, bro. They was not expecting her, but look what's on the fire department truck. 63. Y'all mean to tell me the masses ain't got nothing to do with this right here? She was on her way from getting her hair done. She was in a rush from something or somebody to get away from something or somebody, and she crashed into somebody's house, allegedly, y'all. Look at her car. Inside somebody's house. Look at the car, bro. Y'all telling me this whole scene don't look staged to y'all? 63 on that fire department, right? Since when is the fire department allowed to touch you before the ambulance get there? And when are they allowed to put you in their trucks? That's unheard of. Listen, bro. That lady was in a rush from somebody trying to get away from somebody. And she just made a movie that was exposing a lot of pedophilia things, sexual things, allegedly, y'all. Gotta say allegedly before they try to take your video down or they block you. So this lady, Anne Heche, was she was getting her hair done. She just made a movie that was fit to make a lot of money, right? She put a lot of people out there. They wanted her, right? So she was going to go get her hair done. Mysteriously, she was so drunk she ran into somebody's house. But y'all see what her car looked like, right? How did she crash into somebody's car and they said she was dead on site? The fire department picked her up. You can't touch her. The ambulance has to get there to touch her to put her in the back of the truck. And why did the truck say 69 and 63 on them? So y'all telling me the masses has nothing to do with this, right? So she wasn't trying to get away from nobody, right? Right? Come on, man. Got to think about it, bro. That whole situation just looks staged, bro. They said this lady was dead on sight, but then you get her. They wasn't even expecting that lady to jump up out of that body bag and unzip that with her hand. They thought that she was just going to be dead or stay dead, allegedly, yo. They didn't know that the camera was going to catch her doing that, and we caught that. But, sometimes they let you see things clear as day, and you still wouldn't believe it. So Y'all telling
Yeah.
me this wasn't no stage? Look how all the fire department's trucks were staged. You telling me this lady, there ain't nothing fishy going on about the industry with this lady, about this movie she made that was making money, putting a lot of people on blast? She wasn't running from nobody?
Anne died on Friday, a week after driving her car into a house, sparking an explosion. Anne was in a coma before being pronounced brain dead. She was 53 years old. After news of Anne's death broke, her 20-year-old son Homer shared this statement with E.T. Quote, "My brother Atlas and I lost our mom. After 6 days of almost unbelievable emotional swings, I am left with a deep, wordless sadness." Anne suffered a severe anoxic brain injury as a result of the crash, which left her legally dead. Her heart is said to still be beating though. We're told she was put on life support as the family waits to find out which of her organs are viable. As Anne's rep tells ET, it has long been her choice to donate her organs.
I decided I'm going to be the best mom, and oh, that was a cue. I know. You are. Oh, I love.
In the days following the accident, a source told ET Homer was taking the lead in making decisions for his mom's care. In his statement, Homer says he hopes his late mom is free from pain and exploring what it's like to have eternal freedom. Many others joined Homer in memorializing Anne on Friday. The father of her second child, 13-year-old Atlas, actor James Tupper, posted to Instagram, simply writing "Love you forever" with a heartbreak emoji. Then there's Ellen DeGeneres, whom Anne dated for more than 3 years in the late 90s. The comedian paid tribute writing, "This is a sad day. I'm sending Anne's children, family, and friends all of my love."
I think people have let go of this a little bit. I think they've calmed down and realized that, it's just hopefully something that's just like any other couple.
Ellen and Anne were trailblazers when it came to loving out loud and proud. And in 2020, the actress reflected on their contributions to LGBTQ history.
We went through an incredible time, and we were truly a part of a revolution that helped move the needle, and I couldn't be more grateful for that.
It's a message Anne's rep echoes, speaking to her legacy. Quote, "Her bravery for always standing in her truth, spreading her message of love and acceptance will continue to have a lasting impact."
Love is a choice, and I made one, and it was one of the most life-changing choices of my life.
Anne will also live on in her work. She still has projects to be released, including a Lifetime film out next month.
She's a firecracker.
She had a passion for stopping violence against women, especially she had a passion for working with Lifetime because she felt that Lifetime was responsible around movies such as this. All of this Anne was a part of. She was committed to that. And she, like Larissa and you said, she came to work with a tremendous passion towards getting this film out there and making a big impact.
Heche went into a coma on Monday after the accident. She suffered a severe brain injury. Police say Heche had drugs in her system at the time of the crash.
They say that Heche suffered a broken sternum, which led to her death.
Wait a minute!
That doesn't look like a coma to me.
Yeah, they did this last time.